Hi, welcome back to the chemical reactions module in Project Guts. We're now so the way we're gonna add this agent is by clicking on Edit Breed, and you see a list of the agents here. We're gonna click on Add Breed, and we're gonna get the breed copper nitrate. Now we have a new breed here. Not only do we have a new breed, but if we look at the coding, we actually have a new tab, a new page just for copper nitrate. Great. So now we have that breed. Well, when are we going to create it? Well, not in the world, because in the world is when you have the setup and we're creating the water molecules. We're also creating the two reactants, the copper and the silver nitrate. The silver and the copper nitrate, these are products. So where are they created? Well, they created when the copper collides with silver nitrate. When copper collides with silver nitrate, the copper is going to change from red color to gray color, and that represents the copper plus one transition state of copper. However, we produce one silver, and we delete the collide, which in this case is the silver nitrate. So when one copper collides with one silver nitrate, the silver nitrate is now deleted and one silver agent is created, and the copper stays copper. However, it has a gray color now, which represents that it moved from copper 0 to copper plus 1. Then the copper plus 1 is going to collide with another silver nitrate, and it's going to produce another silver atom or another silver agent, and it will delete the copper agent here, and that completes the reaction where one copper plus two silver nitrate gives you two silver atoms. So this is where we need to add the one copper nitrate that is formed at the second stage. So how do we do that? We go to the agent drawer, we get create block, and we're going to put it right under the create silver block, and here's where we're going to create the one copper nitrate. Okay, and then after that both the silver nitrate and the copper are deleted, and here's we're gonna give we gotta give the copper nitrate some properties, some traits. So we're gonna go to the traits drawer. We want to give it a color, so we're gonna choose from the color block. We're gonna choose the color white. We're also gonna give it a shape, and we're going to choose from the built-in shapes the shape sphere, and we're also going to give it a size, and the size is going to be 1. All right, great. Let's go and see, now that we have created copper nitrate, when the collision takes place between copper and silver nitrate, let's see if it's going to work. So always click on run code when you're first starting, when you make changes to your model or program. Click setup, click add copper strip. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and add the silver nitrate. We're adding 500, and now we're going to click on forever, and let's see what's going on. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what's going on. What do you notice? We're forming these white spheres, but they're staying on top of the copper. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Well, the copper nitrate is soluble in water, and since it's soluble in water, it should have some movement. It should be moving around, just like the silver nitrate is an ionic compound and it's soluble in water. So we did create the copper nitrate, however, we forgot to put the movement in. So we go back to the code, and remember, the movement is what we call in Star Logo, we call wiggle walk. So you notice the silver nitrate, under the silver nitrate tab, it has a wiggle walk. Water has a wiggle walk. Silver doesn't have a wiggle walk because that is a solid that does not move around in water. The same thing with copper. We do have a collision block in copper, but we don't have a wiggle walk. So let's go and borrow the wiggle walk, or use the wiggle walk that silver nitrate has. A very easy way to do this would be to select the whole block of information and click copy. Then go to the silver nitrate tab and click paste. Now the copper nitrate will execute the same steps. Now let's go up there and try it. And run code, setup, add copper strip, add silver nitrate, and click forever. And now you see, I'll zoom in, you should be able to see some white spheres away from the copper tube and floating in solution. Great. So now you learned how to add the copper nitrate. Now you have a model that has the both reactants on both products, and you added the wiggle movement to it.